Have you ever paused and wondered how different your life might look if you had known certain truths just a little earlier? As we move into our 60s, 70s, and beyond, many of us begin to experience a powerful shift in perspective. The noise fades. The things we once obsessed over, status, accumulation, perfection, begin to matter less, and in their place clarity emerges. Clarity about what truly matters, what brings lasting peace, what actually endures when the spotlight dims and the crowd goes home. The truth is, the sooner we grasp these insights, the more deeply they can shape how we live, not just as we age, but every single day moving forward. Whether you're in your 30s or already embracing your 70s, it's never too early or too late to align your life with wisdom. In this reflection, we'll explore 5 life-changing realizations that older, wiser adults often come to understand. These aren't just thoughts to ponder. They're truths that can transform how you spend your time, how you love others, how you care for yourself, and how you find fulfillment. Stay with us through the end. These lessons are not just about adding years to your life, but about adding more meaning, depth, and joy to every year you have. 1. Your time and energy are your true wealth. In youth, it's easy to believe that our greatest resources are external: money, career success, social recognition. But with age comes a deeper understanding. Our most precious resources are time and energy. Money can be earned, lost, and earned again. Status is fleeting, but your hours, your mental clarity, your physical vitality, once they're spent, they're gone. And once you fully realize this, it changes everything. You become more intentional about who you spend time with, what you say yes to, and where you direct your energy. You stop overcommitting just to please others or meet expectations. You learn to say no gracefully, not out of selfishness, but out of wisdom. Consider Alan, a 73-year-old from Florida. For most of his life, he was the dependable one, always saying yes to every request, every invitation, every obligation. But one quiet afternoon, as he sat on his porch reading a book he loved, something clicked. He realized how many joyful moments he had traded for obligations that didn't truly feed his spirit. From that day on, Alan changed. He still helped others, but with intention, not obligation. He protected his mornings for reflection and his evenings for joy. And over time, his life felt lighter, fuller, more meaningful, because how you spend your time is how you spend your life. And when you treat time and energy like treasures, you naturally design a life that feeds your soul. Health isn't guaranteed, it's built. When we're young, good health often feels automatic. We bounce back quickly, recover easily, and rarely stop to think about the daily habits that support our bodies. But wise older adults know that health isn't a given. It's a daily choice. Every small decision, what we eat, how much we move, how we manage stress, whether we rest, acts like a deposit in a long-term savings account. And those small deposits, over time they add up to either resilience or restriction. Barbara, 68 and living in Arizona, got a wake-up call during a routine checkup when she learned her blood pressure was rising. She didn't panic. She didn't wait. She made a few small changes: daily walks, cutting back on sugar, and a few minutes of deep breathing each night. A year later, her blood pressure was stable. But more than that, Barbara felt stronger, more empowered, and more alive. She hadn't chased a dramatic transformation. She'd simply built a lifestyle rooted in self-respect and care. Medical studies continue to show that the single greatest predictor of quality of life in later years isn't genes or luck. It's how you live, consistently, intentionally, compassionately. So ask yourself, what tiny health choice can you make today that your future self will thank you for? First, relationships thrive on forgiveness and presence, not perfection. We're often led to believe that strong relationships require flawless communication, constant agreement, or romanticized notions of love. But real lasting connection? It comes down to 2 things: forgiveness and presence. No relationship is perfect. Even the closest ones involve misunderstandings, hurt feelings, and disappointments. But the people who remain deeply connected over the decades are the ones who choose to forgive again and again, not because the pain didn't matter, but because the relationship did. Forgiveness isn't about forgetting or dismissing. It's about choosing peace over resentment, love over pride. Frank and Helen, a couple from Illinois, were together for 60 years. Frank once shared, "We didn't always agree, but every time we were upset, we'd ask ourselves, is this bigger than what we have?" And the answer was always no. Being present matters just as much. Sometimes, The best gift you can offer isn't advice or a grand gesture, but simply your presence. A quiet visit, a listening ear, a touch that says, "I'm here." When you let go of impossible expectations, you make space for real love. Messy, beautiful, imperfect love that stands the test of time. 4. Joy is something you must cultivate, not wait for. As children, joy seems effortless. It bursts from us, unannounced and unfiltered. But as we age, joy doesn't always come uninvited. We must choose it, seek it, nurture it. Joy is like a garden. It requires daily tending, even when skies are gray. Waiting for happiness to simply appear often leads to frustration. But creating moments of joy, that's where the magic happens. Doris, 76 and retired in North Carolina, decided she would learn something new each month, not for achievement, but for joy. One month it was sourdough bread, another painting, another bird watching. She said, "Those little adventures gave me something to look forward to even on the hard days." Joy doesn't mean avoiding pain. It means honoring life's full emotional spectrum and still planting seeds of beauty, laughter, and light wherever we can. So don't wait for joy, make it. 5. Letting go is a strength, not a defeat. At some point, we all face the need to let go of roles we once held, possessions we no longer need, relationships that have changed, or identities that no longer serve us. Many fear letting go, seeing it as loss or weakness, but wise adults know it takes immense strength to release what no longer fits and open ourselves to something new. Eugene, 82, from Minnesota, struggled with the decision to sell his family home after his wife passed. But once he moved closer to his grandchildren, he discovered something surprising. He hadn't lost his memories. He had simply made space for new ones. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or giving up. It means trusting that your life is still unfolding, that every ending is also a beginning, and when you release with grace, you create space in your heart for peace, flexibility, and new joys you never imagined. Final reflections. So which of these truths spoke to you most deeply? Was it the power of forgiveness? The value of your time? The importance of tending to your health or joy? Whatever it is, know this: it's never too late to change, to choose differently, to start again. These 5 realizations aren't just lessons, they're invitations. Invitations to live more consciously, love more freely, and find meaning in every stage of life. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present, intentional, awake to the life you still get to shape. Thank you for spending this time reflecting with us. We hope this inspired you to look at your life and your future with fresh eyes. If this message resonated with you, let us know in the comments. Which realization are you embracing starting today? And if you found this helpful, consider sharing it with someone who might need a gentle reminder of their power and purpose. Until next time, live with heart, choose with wisdom, and remember, your best days can still lie ahead.